Hey guys, so, quick disclaimer here, the video is going to be renamed after today, so I just want to take a moment to tell everyone in the future who may watch this that today is my 30th birthday. It's quite significant, and I felt that I should say something because, 30, wow, I'm not in my 20s anymore. And I know that people like Bo Burnham have done this, way better than I'm ever going to be able to do, but it felt wrong not to say something, right? I don't know. So here I am, saying something. I want you all to know I have no regrets in my life. About any of it. I don't regret making the channel. I love and appreciate all my videos, even the ones that underperform or were cursed or never went anywhere, because in the end, it's still a piece of me I'm putting out there into the universe, and I learn every time how the universe will respond. It's always something new, and I really appreciate everyone being a part of that. Back in the ancient times when I graduated high school in the year of, 2014, I think it was? I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea where I was going. I thought high school was kind of just going to be, it. Okay, I'm done, I've had my fun, you can pull me out of the sim, but it kept going. I started bumming around college with no specific direction. I was still afraid to pick a direction, It felt like I visualized a road and fog all around me. There was nowhere to look, and every step I took was like one I had to take with 1,000,000% alertness, because I had no idea if this was the step that was going to drop me off a cliff. In high school, everything seemed so clear-cut, but then it's okay, now you're in college and you get to choose which flavor of person you want to be, and there's 5 billion options when before there was only one and there was no deviating from it. God, I envy the people who knew just right out of the gate, what they wanted to be before they even turned 20, And for everyone else who's not that person, it's so difficult. You can't make sense of the world around you, but for those people, it's so... I don't mean to hate, I really don't. I'm just thinking out loud. I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you for being a part of this ridiculous journey where I can't see anything. Once again, no idea where it's going. Maybe I'll give it all up for other things, I don't know. But I hope the journey here keeps going for as long as possible. I don't plan to stop writing anytime soon, and it's all because you guys love what I do. Okay, enough sappiness. Let's talk about why we're really here. Over the course of my time as a content creator, the idea of a universal timeline has come into question. Now, I'm not very good at building a website, so I thought, hey, let's make a video and set the record straight. So now, if anyone asks, when does this happen in relation to that other series, we can all just watch this video as a base. But I do have some disclaimers before we start. Number 1, I will not be covering anything that doesn't have official art in it. I've commissioned so many artists who have done things for my channel. I want to showcase their art more, and it feels wrong not to do that. Number 2, I will not be covering content with dated lore. Yeah, there's no easy way to say this. I'm targeting the Quarian saga with this rule. There's nothing wrong with it if you enjoy it, I feel that I could have done better, and it is kind of all over the place, mainly because it wasn't actually a series when it started, so I kind of want to just start over with it and do something new. For now, consider it canon, but I am going to change it. A revamp is in the works in Gen 5. Number 3, I will not be covering anything that has been, cursed. If you know, you know. Also, another quick thing, I won't be discussing the stories themselves. Instead, what I'll do is link the playlists to each one in the description so that you can check them out on your own time. I hope you enjoy them. A couple million years after the rather turbulent birth of the universe, Odin, a Jotun from Esselheim, finds a mysterious gateway that he believes can travel between worlds. The only problem is, he has no idea how it works. So he pays a visit to his friend Mimir to ask for help. Together, they journey to an ancient Jotanic tomb where they encounter a ritual site that would allow Mimir to commune with the gods. By invoking the ritual, Mimir would connect themselves with the god's realm through the unbridled forces that reside within the hell plane, Untempora. However, upon Mimir's success, a failsafe within the temple activated to make sure that the forbidden secrets held in the chaotic plane remained secret. Mimir's physical form was now being absorbed into Untempora. Seeing Mimir's body as a lost cause and knowing more or less how to fix it if he did this, Odin took it upon himself to chop off Mimir's head, which was fortunately not yet affected. Odin then managed to escape the tomb with Mimir's head in tow and traveled to meet with someone who could revive them, an alien giant from the world of Orrery, named on this world as Tyr. This is where episode 1 of the Foreseen begins. It's been 108 years since the destruction of planet Earth. On the distant world of New Tennessee, Sirius Gearfried, a paladin and 5th champion of the crown, has been instructed by the royal court of the Paladin King to venture to Great Cross Academy and receive a squire for his quest to slay a dragon. He's not too keen about it and procrastinates heavily, but when he's pressured by some soldiers from the royal guard who show up at his hold unannounced, he gives in and journeys to the academy in question. Upon his arrival, he is received by Archdean Damascus, who offers him 5 choices. Fully aware of Sirius's disinterest, and wanting to help get it all over with as soon as possible for the young champion. But Sirius doesn't take too kindly to being catered to in what feels to him as a fake and unnatural way. He dismisses all 5 of the Academy's whelps. Sirius then instructs the Archdean to bring him all the initiates within the Academy for him to choose from. This process would take several hours, which is enough time for Sirius to catch a nap. When he finally awakens to the sight of all the initiates lined up, he then asks the Archdean where the bastard initiates are. And after some heavy pressure to do so, the Archdean reluctantly obliges. It's here that our hero Sirius Gearfried comes face to face with Cairo Britannicus, who he immediately selects to be his squire. Once the necessary arrangements are made, begrudgingly again by the Archdean, Sirius and Cairo head back to the 5th hold by carriage. Cairo is taken to the dining room where he is offered all the food and drink he could ever want, while Sirius retires to his bedchambers. And that is where episode 1 of Dragonslayer begins. It's now 1:37 AED and we're still on New Tennessee. Albus York has accepted a job to hunt down a demon that's been roaming the Eastern Faithlands. The demon's name? Kravitas. He teams up with a small group of mercenary warriors from all walks of life. One of note is the party's leader, a cleric of Emprasiel named Brother Graham Damascus. Little does the battalion know, Damascus is acting as an emissary for the religious triad, tasked to feed this battalion to the merciless jaws of the demon as an offering to get Kravitas to aid them in their future endeavors to conquer the known galaxy. As the battalion ventures forth into the Wingard Mountains, there is little information to be gathered on Kravitas' whereabouts. With daylight running low, Damascus relents, and the party is allowed to set up camp. But early before sunrise, Damascus manages to signal for Kravitas to attack the hapless party while they sleep, as he stages his own miraculous escape. The demon descends upon the warriors and lays waste to the disorganized and disgruntled battalion. One by one, they are all slain. Some manage to get up and arm themselves in time, but it's still not enough to take down the wretchedly powerful demon. The battalion is no more, except for one, Albus York. This bloodbath between demon and warrior marks the beginning of the Bastard Warrior series. In the backwater world of Springrock in the year 139 AED, the bounty hunter Hipswitch has just finished a solo job in a small village not too far from his hometown of Maya. Usually he goes with a team, but this time he chose to go alone. He didn't go with Albus because he was out drinking or partaking in other such activities that Hipswitch never really bothers to ask about, and Dr. Mahatma was currently excited about a new installment that he wanted to be a surprise for Hipswitch when he returned. Hipswitch is known for doing rather gruesome jobs, and this was no exception. His target was a child who was possessed by an alien entity that was powerful enough to wipe out all life on Springrock. This might seem like a massive plot point to cover in BVZ, but to be honest, this is quite a normal thing for Hipswitch to be dealing with. And just like what always happens, Hipswitch succeeds. He completes the job. He takes his reward and leaves for home, without feeling too great about what he's just done. As he gets closer to home, he sees something quite strange. A heat signature in the middle of the desert. Upon further investigation, he finds a young man, barely conscious and lying face down in the dirt. Carmor. Bastards vs. Zombies starts here. In the year 425 AED on the planet of Manus, Zedrathor Mistwood and his older sister Ynnari are living in Manus City, hiding from public scrutiny and witch hunters. Their mother is the famed Mazel the Conqueror, a dangerous tyrant who once controlled the entire world. And now that she's dead, her children are next on the chopping block. Ynnari has taken up the disguise of a janitor at a local college and frequently brings home books for both her and Zed to read together. They are both quick studies, but Zed is unfortunately not a natural spellcaster, unlike Ynnari, who can basically figure out simple earthbending techniques. However, it all comes to a head when Ynnari is found out by the witch hunters, who proceed to set her house on fire, burning her to death in the process, but not before trying to help her terrified brother Zedrathor escape. Zed is then almost caught again by the witch hunters soon after, only to be rescued by the chronomancer Mugen. Mugen then sends Zed home on a griffin, back to his homeland on the Forbidden Continent, where he'll be safe, and perhaps, maybe one day, he could rebuild the old city. Zed does not go home, however. Instead, he steers the griffin towards the Isle of Crete, where the Guardian resides, at the top of the mighty Crete Mountain, a mountain that ascends almost vertically like a pillar, with the summit reaching a height considered to be low orbit. Zed feels he must meet the Guardian to attain new power, to become strong and never fall in dire times again, so that he will never see a loved one die the same way Ynnari once did. Once in Crete, he learns of all the previous attempts to climb the mountain, including times by his own mother. But despite how they all end in failure, Zed doesn't stop trying to find a way. Then one day, he is ready, and he begins the long climb up the side of Crete Mountain. Magic of the Heart, Episode 1, starts when Zed nears the top. At the same time, Makaro Aetherward and his beloved wife Jien are living a happy life together in the country. But how strong is their love really? Makaro has changed quite a bit since the time he was imprisoned for crimes he didn't commit. His actions now as an evil necromancer are not ones Jien can bear to witness. And still, Makaro does everything in his power to make her happy. Surely things will work out, won't they? This series of videos happens in between every other episode of Zed's in Magic of the Heart. "4:30 AED in the galaxy of Hoeg's object. Archov Sosha has been given a life-defining mission from her late mother. Deliver a package to the Pirate King Forks. She doesn't know what's in it or where the Pirate King is, so she leaves her home of Shornatis and begins searching around the galaxy. Her travels take her to the planet of Sycorax, where she gets some information from a man named Tide Hausman. Tide, who is secretly a space pirate, gives Archov a litmus test that would allow him to see Archov's true intentions. After the test, Tide decides to send Archov in the direction of his captain, Yargwin Salter. While making the journey, she runs into a poor creature who is trapped in chains, and it is from this point that the space pirate saga begins. How is it all linked together? Well, without giving away too many spoilers, this will be sort of difficult, but I'll do my best. The series involving Odin and Tyr takes place within the Origin Galaxy, which is where most of my stuff takes place. It's the same galaxy as the Milky Way, I just gave it a different name. Those series will have a lasting consequence on what happens with the rest of the characters because, billions of years, they happen first, butterfly effects, etc, etc. How all of that connects, I'll leave that alone for now. As for the rest, you should know that just before the Earth is destroyed, two beings named Ryon and Stellia create a ship called the Landstar, a massive vessel roughly the size of our planet. The ship is designed to be a place where humans can immigrate to when the planet is inevitably destroyed by warring aliens who blow up the sun. Now the question is, why am I talking about this? Why am I bringing up the Landstar? This has nothing to do with any of the other series, right? Wrong. Because this ship, the Landstar, is the reason humankind went off to colonize other worlds in search of peace or justice or meaning. Manus, New Tennessee, Spring Rock, all of these worlds were founded by humans who came from the Landstar at different times. The Landstar even had a freak accident and ended up in Hoag's object. That's why humans are there too. The humans who wanted to be free and live a free life went to Spring Rock. The humans who really wanted to mess around with magic went to Manus. And the humans who were searching for a deeper justice rather than what the Landstar could provide went on to create the Paladin's Order of New Tennessee. As for the space pirates, well, like everything involving the Landstar in Hoag's object, that was kind of an accident. But with all that said and spoken for, I hope this helps, and if not, please leave your questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to clear up any extra confusion without spoiling anything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!